The day has finally come. It feels like I've owned this car for 2 months, but we came to the conclusion the other day, well, I came to the conclusion, really, it's been way, way longer than that. I bought this the day before Thanksgiving, and it's now the end of June. So, it's finally time to actually do some stuff to it, personally anyway. There's a lot of stuff that has been done to it off camera. I talked about that in the intro video, so let's not talk about that. Let's talk about what we're doing today. This might get thrown into the woodwork here today, but primarily the focus is these True Heart camber arms and these BC Racing coilovers that I bought used. Before we do that though, we have to take a bit of a step back. Let's talk about those wheels I just glazed over. A few months ago, while I was shooting a video about Up Garage USA and whether or not it's overpriced, which you can check out in the top right of the description if you'd like, I stumbled on a set of Rays Gram Lights 57Cs in almost identical spec to the factory 4-lug EP3 wheels. Same diameter, width, and only a difference of 2 millimeters in the offset, and it was a crazy good deal at around 650 bucks with all taxes included, but they were cheap for a reason. They had a decent amount of curb rash on the, lips, rims, so I decided to take a crack at a good enough for the car it's going on fix myself. So I taped off the raised portion of the faces so I wouldn't sand anything I didn't want to, and started with some pretty hefty, like 80 grit sandpaper until all the curb rash was smoothed out and gone. From there, I hand polished them with progressing sandpaper grits from 120 up to 2500 instead of trying to paint match it. I think the silver strip around the outside looks pretty rad, and it came out really solid. I got them wrapped in a fresh set of Falcon Zeek ZE960 Performance All-Season tires. These are my favorite all-rounders for dry and wet weather, and I ran them on my Fiesta ST for nearly all 250,000 miles that I put on that thing. So no, they're not a sponsor, but if anyone from Falcon is watching this, I'm not opposed to you being a sponsor either. Alright, back to the coilovers now. I'm telling you, dude, Shane knows actually, the used Honda parts game is where it is at if you want to modify a Honda cheaply. Yeah. How much you pay for your built B-Series engine? Like 1,600 bucks?
Yeah, it was around there. It was a long time ago, but it was lower than 2,000.
Engine pulled out of a car that made 570 wheel horsepower, right?
523.
Oh, I have a video of me driving that car actually. Yeah. And yeah, when the radio came flying out, classic Honda just standing on the limiter before shifting. So yeah, the used Honda parts game is where it's at. Wow, these are lighter than I thought they were gonna be, honestly. Rev 9 Hyper Street 2, dude. Okay, listen, if you're at all familiar with my channel, you know that I'm the last person that can be knocking on doing questionable modifications to cars. I'm in my 30s now, I can't be doing stuff like that. Got a good deal on some good wheels, and the reason I bought this is because I wanted to have a little fun in the canyons, and I'm just not trusting my life with Rev 9 coilovers versus a 300-foot cliff if I go off, you know? Dude, growing up working on cars has helped us learn a lot of things. Like for one, step one of doing anything with old cars is to apply a bunch of penetrating fluid and then go get beer. I'm getting rid of all this. You can't buy a used Honda without it at least being wired for subs, but at least this one came with one. This is like a $20 15-inch subwoofer. I'm probably gonna get rid of it. So we're gonna have to take all the plastics out here to get to the rear suspension. I think we should do that later. Yeah. We should probably go do something else for a while.
Good call.
That's my favorite way to work on cars, is by not working on them.
Yeah. Can't operate power tools until you got a beer in your hand, so.
I know a lot of people are going to clown on me for talking about Chinese coilovers and then running these True Heart arms, but I know a lot of people that run these in drifting and they bang, so we're giving them a shot on the old Civic. Dude, they look so tiny.
They really do.
Dude, watch now, it's gonna be a monster truck. We're just gonna have to take all the raising we just did back. I lied, dude. I'm still a Honda guy. And while Shane was putting this back together, I was like, put her all the way down. Let's see what it looks like. Dude, I already know it's going to look sick as hell, and I'm going to want to leave it, and it's going to be low, and all my dreams of practicality and just driving it and having a good time are going to be out the window because it's going to look sick. Yeah, so it's gonna have to stay there.
Yeah, unfortunately, that looks way too good.
Yeah, it does. Okay, the speed bumps in my neighborhood were a little too gnarly. I know that gap looks massive on camera. It's really not that bad, but I brought it up. It's probably gonna settle out a little tiny bit more, but yeah, the backs are now where they're going to stay, and now we just have to move on to the front and get these terrible coilovers out of here and put the BCs in instead. You guys know what it looks like to put the coilover in. It's the opposite of what we just did. I'm gonna listen to music now. Okay, here's a little update. The coilovers are on the front, but there's a slight issue. Maybe. I tried for probably an hour to break the end pieces off of the threaded body. I don't know what they're called, man. It's just coilover shit, you know? And they are not budging. Torch, free all for an hour and a half, soaking, nothing. So I was like, okay, well, before I decide to let this soak overnight with free all and just blow my back out tomorrow trying to get these loose, let me just pop them in the front, snug everything up, and see how it looks. And lo and behold, it actually looks pretty damn close to the right height from the back. Probably should have tried this first, but I was like, it's such a pain in the ass in the front because the tie rods are there. It's really not. It's just one of those things where I'm like, just stop being a bitch and do it. It's not that hard. You can see what looks cavernous on camera. But when I did the back ones, they settled out quite a lot. So what I'm gonna do is let this sit where it's at and see if it droops a little bit. It's not a bad ride height. It looks like everything's gonna clear just fine. There's still fender liners in there. And like I said, it's pretty close to the back. I think it's only about a 1/4 inch lower than the back from the fender to the ground as it sits right now. But if it does decide to droop, that means I have one of two options. I can take it all back apart and try my hardest to break them shits loose. I can leave it with a tiny little bit of rake towards the front, or I can put the rear down just a little bit more again. And I really don't want to do that. So if these don't drop, I'm thinking ride height's just staying where it's at in all four corners. It'll be a 1/4 inch lower in the front. Nobody's gonna know unless you open your damn trap, you viewers. So don't, all 12 people watching this video right now, I swear to God, do not tell anybody about this. This thing's gonna be for sale, and this is our dirty little secret.
The next day.
All right, no saggage. I let it sit for a couple hours, and last night I took the wheels back off and torqued everything down. Took it for a little spin, and it's pretty awesome. So yeah, we'll take it out and do some beauties, and I can't really show you in the garage all that well, so I'll just show you right here. I think it looks pretty good. It's not like unusably low. It is admittedly lower than the speed bumps in my neighborhood would like for it to be. But overall, I'd say that's a success. I got on it a little bit, but I still haven't changed the oil in this thing. I haven't checked the coolant and everything, and I don't really want to like properly beat on it. Did a little bit of like baby spirited driving up there, and everything feels tight. Everything is, there's no funny noises or anything, so it's a good start. Like I said, next year on the list, we're gonna address some of the fluids, but we also have to do something about this interior because as you saw a little bit with the amp in the back and everything there, it's been somebody's daily driver for a long time, so it's pretty rough in there. but I think we can pull a diamond out of that rough. So if you want to see how this project comes along, support your local YouTube guy doing affordable car stuff. I know it's not a 1,000 horsepower twin turbo McLaren, I'm sorry about that, but it is still a fun car. So press the subscribe button, press the like button, and yeah, keep up with my nonsense on the EP3. You can follow me on Instagram at BigB1011 as well, and I'll see you next time.